Action.
And welcome back, everybody, to Scales of Fate. These guys are all bugging out of their minds about something that will be revealed in due time. So joining us today in this beautiful Monday, we have the Scales of Fate crew with Kai involved. Hello. How's everybody feeling today? Everybody
stoked.
Stoked? So stoked? Stoked?
Yes.
Because the shop is closed.
Mm-hmm.
Stokeroni and cheese.
For information on our affiliates, sponsors, and the like, look into the episode description below. Without further ado, we are going to hit the recap. Last time on Scales of Fate, you guys interacting with Captain Amber Eye in the basement level of the Dragon's Den bar had essentially discovered that the city of Port Ghelfi has been overthrown and sacked by the chromatic spiral, introducing his new first mate, Jolene, much to Roscoe's partial jealousy and partial excitement.
Captain, other first mate.
You'll always be my captain.
I love you, Stack.
Their plight was to recruit you guys to help them save Port Ghelfi from the throes of the chromatic spiral. In order to potentially help convince you guys, they took you up to their flying ship in the sky, something that is unheard of in Drakehaven or in all of Vancia. Ascending the retractable ladder up to the ship in the sky, you discovered that Jolene had the capability of creating a paling around the ship. And whilst talking about the implications of thus, a dark, shadowy figure spotted by Thalner emerged from the clouds. It was the Sun Eater. From here, the Sun Eater attacked your party in the ship, but was very unsuccessful due to the paling and the quick maneuverability of said ship. And after a while, decided to give up on trying to harm you guys heading back to the swamp.
It ran away.
It ran away! 1 second, let me send a message.
That's what happened. It was scared.
Yeah.
I mean,
of our faster than it could move speed.
From there, more or less they were essentially saying, see, we were able to handle that encounter, let's go to Port Ghelfi, in which JJ was less enthusiastic about all of that, basically telling the crew, you guys can go off and die, this is a fool's errand. The verdict from that conversation was to return to Drakehaven in order to recuperate, discuss future matters, and for some of you, the fun part, spending your gems.
go shopping.
Speaking of, before we get into the game, there's going to be a little bit of a time skip. I'd say a handful of days, maybe a week.
Ooh.
You guys are in Drakehaven, so obviously you are now long rested. In glossing over all of the shopping, if you will, who would like to go first on telling the audience what you acquired during the said shopping trip?
We all look at
I think we know who's excited.
Alright, so I got the belt of Storm Giant Strength, so my strength is now 29.
So what did you do with the belt of Fire Giant Strength?
I gave it a Stack.
Okay, so before we go further, you give Stack the belt of Fire Giant Strength.
Yeah.
And he puts it on.
Yeah.
And after attuning to it for an hour, you guys are all, let's say that we're all together when this happens, right? Mm-hmm. After attuning to it, Stack grows twice his size in height and width and weight, and you see bubbling up from beneath the surface of his rocky exterior, almost molten rock begin to appear. Steam starts coming off of his shoulders and head, and nearly a volcanic spilling of molten lava begins pouring down his head.
Oh no, the moss.
He has become Lava Stack.
Lava Stack is cool, but I hear the screams of the moss rise out and die.
You're like sitting there, like pulling it off.
Yeah,
like,
I've talked to this moss. Yeah, you know what? I tuck that in my
Hey,
bag.
you know what? I flourish on him. That plant you have.
Ooh.
Oh,
The fire ivy.
Hellfire Ivy.
I bet that does well with magma.
probably.
Does he have lava zits?
Does he have what?
Lava zits?
Yes, these people just lava zits.
I imagine him in the awkward teenage phase. He's like voice cracking.
Yeah, you try to culture some hellfire ivy on Stack, and it begins growing.
See?
Like dreads.
When one
Yeah.
plant fails, another
Hellfire
plant
Ivy
succeeds.
dreads.
He's got hellfire ivy dreads.
Yes.
And now Roscoe is officially the shortest of the group.
Yes. Okay, sorry, not to take your thunder away from Lava Stack. Go ahead.
Also, just braces of defense. That's +2 AC. Then gloves of soul catching. Basically, my con is now 20. After making successful unarmed strike, I can use the gloves to deal an extra 2d10 force damage and regain hit points equal to the force damage dealt. Or use the strike to gain advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw I make until the end of my next turn.
That is pretty sweet. For the rest of all these magical items, let's just state them and not go into what they
okay,
actually
yeah,
are.
okay.
Save a lot of time that way.
Immovable rod,
Nice.
flying broom,
Yep.
3 alchemy jugs that allow me to make a bunch of crazy stuff.
You have those things.
Mayonnaise for everyone.
It's the most important thing.
And soy sauce.
Mayonnaise and soy sauce. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And
really
boiling
good.
hot tea for the things. Okay, I'm done.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Me? Mine's boring.
Well, that's what we're sandwiching.
Oh, okay.
That was too much excitement. We gotta bring it back.
Great. Well, JJ is just pretty. I don't know what the word for that is other than just stuff that is useful.
Utilitarian.
Practical,
Utilitarian, yeah, that's correct. Bought a bunch of health pots. I bought sending stones for everybody.
Sending bracelets.
Sending bracelets for everybody.
Friendship bracelets.
Yes, you guys have friendship bracelets of sending.
And then I guess I'll be the one that grabs the team's bag of holdings and put a potion in each of them, and then
Does it have like a little note on it? Like,
no, you guys just find them.
Like, oh, what's in this? We don't even know that there's a
You
potion
guys
in
have
it.
fun on your adventure here. Everyone gets a bag and a potion. Leave me out of it.
You get a bag, and you get a bag.
And the stones in there too, I guess, as well.
nice.
And then my gun got some upgrades. It's just +1, some armor, cloak of defense, ring of defense, and
Just one more thing.
yes, my gun also got upgraded into the shape of a blade. So it has 2 functions.
A gun blade, if you will.
Some might say.
Some might.
Do you want to just go in a circle? So salvo up.
Okay.
Salvo on deck.
Salvo. Yeah, just your classic +3 shield, +3 mithril, half plate. Nothing crazy.
A walking panzer.
I am a tank. I am a
Did you get some treads with that?
I am a tank.
Plate?
I did not buy the treads. The treads were an option. I also got an all-purpose tool, +3, illusionist bracers, and the Tome of Clear Thought.
Which you did spend the time to
Which
read
I was gonna get
thoroughly.
into. I was gonna say.
And that stat is increased by 2.
Yeah, and I got the sending stone. So.
Yeah. What'd you guys get over here? Oh, is that?
The deck of many fates.
It's an actual deck.
It's an
On
actual
brand
deck,
cards.
physical. I can show you. Look,
Did
there's-
Jolene
there's-
pull a card?
Not yet.
Okay.
You had a week. You didn't get curious.
I know.
I got very curious. That doesn't mean I actually did anything.
Wait, you get around the bad influence of chaotic Roscoe. Play Go Fish.
Okay. So, Deck Many
And-
Fates.
And an amulet of health.
Yep. Amulet of Health.
Nice.
Trenton, what'd you get?
So I commandeered the Ring of Feather Falling from Roscoe, since he no longer is attuned to it, nor does he need it. I got a ring of animal influence, so I'm looking pretty dripped out.
Bullingen.
Yeah, which frees up a spell slot so I could get some other spells. Got a figurine of wondrous power, the serpentine owl, and a feather token, the bird. I have lots of birds.
Lots of aminals, lots of burbs.
Yeah. True druid style.
All right.
So many birds.
Fauner.
I only acquired 2 things. I decided to set aside my loot, mix things up musically, for my own personal reasons.
A loot.
I know. I was the same thing. I was like,
Don't set aside the loot. We need that.
Well, I mean, leave it on my back. And
L-O-O-T is what we're
the
doing.
loot. No, L-U-T. That my loot. I want to mix things up musically, so I purchased the Reveler's Concertina. Just felt like the right vibe for the direction we were going. And I also...
Is that a tiny accordion thing?
It's a tiny accordion thing.
I love that.
Yes, that's the sound it makes. And I also decided the trench coat really wasn't the look that Thalner has found himself feeling, and he was obsessed with the beauty of a particular cloak called the Robe of Scintillating Colors. That spoke to him in a very unique and profound way. Couldn't help it but spend all of this ridiculous wealth on, and so now typically just a deep shimmering silver black, not much different than his usual look, but just a little bit classier, a little more magical.
Yeah.
And we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah. Speaking of spending this exuberant amount of wealth, you have successfully crashed the economy in Drakehaven. Everyone is in poverty. Riots are in the streets.
Gems are worthless.
Gems are worthless.
Can we buy food for everyone too?
Sure. You buy so much food. Marketplace is closed.
I think you meant for like the people that
Yeah, for the people.
Oh,
needed
for the children.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
not the children. They're set. I might have given.
Mics need to be closer.
Okay. 10-4. Thank you, feedback. May you always roll with advantage.
I might have accidentally given a group of children a total of 30,000 gold.
Wow. Well. Okay, so glossing over all of this shopping trip. The first thing we'll step into is JJ returning to his shop. It's been a while. Might have been one of the first things that you had done since returning from the flying ship. Upon entering, one of the first things that you notice is Rax. He's kind of running around your shop.
Yeah, I kind of barge in. I'm just kind of like mumbling, grumbling. Stupid freaking.
Oh, hey!
Oh, whoa!
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Oh, man, what are you? You okay? What do you do? I don't even know how to say hi. Yeah, hi.
Well, first of all, hi, good to see you, buddy. I'm doing better. Not great, but, I know you know that feeling. I've been tending to a bunch of some refugees that have been coming into the city lately from Port Ghelfi, and they were describing scenes not too dissimilar from the recent attack on the city, and a lot of your assistants here, and you see now see blonde young men just kind of like stumbling around with like a bunch of tools, drops them on the ground. No, sorry. I don't mind him. He's got a good heart. More or less, I realized that the attack on our city is not very much dissimilar from the one that they've been describing to me in Port Ghelfi, and so I came over here just to kind of help you out while you were gone.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I wasn't expecting to see you. You're kind of the last person I expected to see here.
Well,
honestly,
I did a lot of soul searching, most of it because I didn't feel like I wanted to go home.
I feel that.
But
Well, you look good.
hey, you know what? Thanks. You do too. Except I have a favor.
Oh, okay. Sure.
I would like to join you on your future missions because you and your friends said that you essentially were going after the people that caused all of this, right?
In a roundabout sort of way, yeah, that sums it up.
My only lead on Belmior's office, whatever the heck you guys are up to.
Not exactly on speaking terms right now, but yeah, we can.
What? Who? You?
Yeah, you know, just.
Oh, with the other guys?
Yeah, I can be stubborn sometimes.
Can you?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
No, I know it's unbecoming.
Well, what's the problem, bud?
Oh, they're just still young and dumb and wanting to do reckless, risky business. So yeah. They mean well, just I don't like how they do things. So I don't know. I think both of us can agree we've seen enough bloodshed for one lifetime. I'm not trying to see more.
He pensively looks at you and looks you up and down for a second and says,
No, sorry, I didn't.
Listen, Jack, we've seen far above enough bloodshed for one lifetime. But those chromatic spirals, so I've heard from these refugees, are still out there. They're still making widowers, just like me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I agree. I'm just saying, like, there's like the stupid flying ship, and then we got attacked by a dragon, and that's what I'm saying. Exactly. It's like you're sitting bait up there, and then freaking big. Yeah, the big guy came after us, and that was tough. But, yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't want to go in that ship again, so here I am. They're freaking insisting on this cool, fancy flying ship, and then I'm like, I don't know, it's dumb. It's a bad idea. We can just walk.
Walk? Theoretically, yeah.
Not like literally.
Yeah, we could also probably try to utilize some other form of transportation. Is it just the ship that's bugging you? Like, first of all, flying a ship, that's cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just saying, like, what the hell? I've never heard of that. Listen, bud, let's go have a drink. Let's go have a cigar. We'll talk it all out. I don't care how we get there, but I want to join. I want to help make a difference because the last time I tried, I did something foolish, and I don't want to do that again.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not one to tell you no, so.
All right. Well, come on. I got some nice ones. Yeah, it produces a couple cigars, and the two of you walk off to the patio. Going to shift the scene a little bit. We're going to go through the fast forwarding of purchasing all the things and then reconvening. I'd imagine, where would you guys reconvene? Because I know that part of this was discussing what it is you guys want to do collectively and how you do it. So where would you guys meet up at?
I'd imagine either Elgott's or the tea shop, right?
Yeah.
I think tea shop.
Yeah, the tea shop would actually make it a little better because
key.
it's private. But yeah,
Steep in the cups.
Steep in the cups, thank you.
Okay. So it's evening now. The regular shop hours have long since passed, and go ahead.
The last thing I would have wanted to purchase is a berry bush sapling to plant when we reconvene at the tea shop.
are they stars?
Starberry?
Sure. Is that the one?
Well, that is
Let me flip this real quick.
a little harder to procure than.
Hello?
That's his sunspell.
There's no starberry bush,
Yeah.
but you do buy berry bushes.
Okay.
And as some of you are already in the tea shop, JJ and Rex, as the two of you are kind of walking up, because at this point he's convinced you that he's going with or without you. So more or less he's just kind of joining you guys on this discussion endeavor. You see Fauner kind of hunched over in a slightly shimmering robe, digging into the ground and putting down some bushes.
Nice duds you got there.
Oh, yeah. I felt a little less angry goblin, a little more bard.
That's fair.
What's wrong with angry goblins?
Hey, Rax.
Hey. I mean, I know what's wrong with angry goblins. Like,
oh, shoot.
I mean, I'm just going to assume that you didn't see me standing here. That's fine.
Yeah, why are you here?
I'm here to join your crew.
My dad's inside.
Yeah, no, Tyra and I have talked this out. He and I have more or less water under the bridge.
Yeah, he's cool that you shot him.
Not cool that I shot him, but he said he's forgiven me.
Okay, well, then I forgive you. Carry on.
Oh.
That was a lot better than I expected. Man, she turned a new leaf this one.
Turn a new leaf, it's steep in the cups.
I guess you lost all that edge with the coat, but I'll leave that where it is.
Yeah. We're gonna need help. That's where I'm at, and I'm happy to see that you're here too.
I mean, can't let y'all die without me, so.
Come die with us, then.
Oh, shut up.
Roscoe burst from open.
There's like, don't make him leave again.
As you enter the tea shop,
Like tossing people bags.
he starts tossing you guys all a bunch of bags of holding, and the first thing that you notice when you walk in is Stack is almost your height and is like glowing red and a little bit like singed. Hi. JJ, you don't recognize me.
Who? No. Do we? Where? What?
It's ST4K.
Oh my god.
I have upgraded.
Yes, you have.
Earlier, I punched a tree in the park, and I broke its spine, and it burst with lots of smoke and flame.
You broke a tree?
It was not an accident. That would be a lie. I wanted to see how hard I could break spines.
Where's this tree?
Just a couple parks that way. I don't know.
He's going through a phase, just...
Just like you see a couple of like popping molten rocks off of his foot. Sorry.
My boy's grown up.
You did this to him.
You can't stop him.
Quite
Can't be
the
a
growth
little
spurt
boy stack
there.
forever.
I think it has something to do with this belt. Did my voice crack?
Your skin did.
Did Ari leave, or have they gone off to do their own thing?
No, they've been keeping around you,
okay.
I just don't know it.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Over the shadows. I was just wondering.
They basically stick to you like glue. Not obviously, not always out in the open. But they're here now. They're kind of sitting on one of like the swivel stools at the edge of the bar, just kind of sipping a cup of tea.
Oh, okay. Cool. I just wanted to make sure that my friend was still there.
Speaking of, basically everyone here is also in the room. Jolene is here. Amber Eye is sitting with her in a booth. Two of them are just kind of playing a card game.
So what's the plan? We got all this fancy stuff. Roscoe, you look pretty decked out.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. I want to use it. I said we fucking get on that ship and hightail it.
I figured that's what this meeting was about.
It's our job to take care of the chromatic spiral and the people
can't
that.
get over your voice. You are so cute.
Sorry, am I no longer cute?
You're very handsome.
Oh, thanks.
Thanks.
It blushes a little.
Both in and out of character. If you would prefer me to go back to old voice, I'll try.
No, I think this is perfect.
This is high quality character development.
Yeah, exactly. An audible character development.
I mean, isn't that just poetic? for all of us, what we've been through and what we've learned, all the things we've gained and acquired along the way, and now we're faced with the actual choice to go in or stay out of a massive battle that's likely well beyond our capabilities.
In.
I guess, why did we get all this fancy stuff if we were just gonna sit at home, right?
I mean, you've got a point.
I didn't get it for my wall. It's not a display piece.
And when looking at all the things that I could get with the loot that we found, I could only think to make myself stronger, more defensive, more formidable when the next fight comes. I can't bring myself to think about how I want to be more comfortable and content and spoiled. I'm ready to fight.
Here. Right.
I agree. I could have built a house.
Yeah, there's a nice plot of land right down there.
Right.
Could just
There's a couple of trees that I'd like to live under.
enjoy the rest of my days.
Not the one that you broke.
We'll fix it.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
It's forgiven. Trees get broken all the time. I guess that's how this house is made, right?
Yeah. And Stack's still in the phase of learning the definition of friends and how that can extend into wildlife and foliage.
Plants, yeah.
I've got some plants.
That, it looks very good.
Thanks. It's part of my handsome charm now.
I don't think we talked about that on camera.
Oh, no, I didn't.
One of the things that we did after Stack grew up a little bit was decided to give him some flair with dreads of Hellfire Ivy.
Yep.
So the remaining clippings of Hellfire Ivy that I had acquired were grafted to Stack to see how they took to his new molten visage, and they took very well.
To make up for the moss that burned up.
Yes, he's no longer mossy, now has Hellfire Ivy hair.
I saved the moss. It's in my bag.
It's okay, we forgive him.
Oh, that's fine.
Love this.
Well, pleasantries aside,
Oh yeah.
should we leave soon rather than later? Thinking the longer we wait, the more the chromatic spiral's gonna be killing innocents. And,
Plus, that dragon's only getting better.
oh, the one that attacked our ship. Yeah. They tend to learn.
Right. Here?
There.
There.
It's down to a vote. Jolene, do the voting thing. How do we do this?
All right. All four going to Ghilean, say aye.
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 Those against?
It's still a bad idea.
JJ.
Yeah, it's a vote. And what am I
That's true.
supposed to do?
Democracy rules.
I mean, there's no point in subversion at this point. I just don't trust this guy. Look at him.
I love bad ideas.
Not trusting somebody is probably a sign of intelligence. I would grant that.
Thank you.
But our interests are allied, if that suits your fancy.
I trust this guy with my life.
And when it comes down to judgment, let's remember that the first two people that we blindly followed were dragons. Granted, good ones, but we had no idea. We'll fill you in on that.
You guys need dragons.
Just
I thought you were killing them.
I've had decades of time to get to know their character.
sort of.
I spent a decade with this guy.
The guy maybe he was before, but he's dead to rights. Look at him. There's a freaking
Still walking around.
maggot crawling out of his eye.
Yeah, I close my eyes. It's still the same old captain.
Don't worry about
You
it.
can close your eyes and pretend a lot of things are us going.
Really?
I like that.
Poor maggot.
Well, that was kind of messed up, dude.
The eyes have it.
Yeah.
Yep, eyes have it.
What, maggots?
The eyes do have maggots. I said that in Trenton's voice.
Because he thought it was amusing too.
Jack, listen, man. I know they did this whole voting thing, and I also voted and all that. You don't have to go. I'm going. You know that we've talked about this. I'm going. But you don't have to. And he kind of looks at you guys and forgets that this isn't a private conversation. And he looks back at you and goes, I think that if not us, then who? You guys said it yourself. You went to the lair of some queen of the desert. She's dead now. What adventurer in this city can say something like that?
Listen, I think there's just miscommunication with my words and intent. I'm all for it. I just...
All right, then.
Let me finish.
I do this all the time. Sorry, JJ.
Anyway. I just would like to know more. Just tell me your deal, man. Like, I don't care. You're coming along for the ride. I just would feel more comfortable.
You just want to know my intentions, yeah.
Yeah, if you would just be a little bit more forthcoming.
All right.
And then you get whatever you want out of it. Just...
I? Yes. Just kidding. I would like to save the city of Port Calais. I benefit from it greatly.
Yes.
And I'm very excited about it. By that beneficial statement, this current decrepit corporeal form could be made whole again.
Thank you.
Oh.
I wasn't sure if you were trying to put yourself out of your misery, because like maybe you couldn't die.
No, I'd very much like to,
Lots of weird
but
pirate
I'd also
curses.
very much like to live more.
Yeah, there's lots of weird pirate curses out there. So,
Who told you about those?
oh, they're in the...
Roscoe!
I can talk when I get...
You aren't supposed to talk about this Pirate Code 101.
Yeah, but that's after Get Real Drunk. It was just like 100.
Jolene, take notes.
She didn't even know that one, did she? That's how you first make.
That's how you first make.
That's how you first make. That's good enough for me.
Alright, sounds like a confirmation. Let's go.
And Tyra walks
It's
in.
nighttime, isn't it?
Yeah, Tyra walks in from the back and he's got like a tray of more tea and he goes, I was not expecting this much of a motley crew, but sets the tray down. I'll go brew some more tea. He goes back into bed.
I'll help you, Dad.
Thank you.
Donner feels compelled to spend a little more time with his dad. Like he did when he first got back to Drakehaven. Just these brief moments at home remind him what it's all for.
And as you guys are brewing, he's discussing about how, well, I'm glad that you guys are back, but, and I'm glad that you guys are more well outfitted, but literally everybody that has come through the door the last few days has tried to pay with tea and gems, and, I don't know if, I mean, we saved up enough of a stash to keep going on our own, but, hey, don't beat yourself up about it. It's okay.
Just as like a safety buffer, I'm gonna give him some of the gold that I have. Just to like maybe gold will be more valuable than gems here pretty soon. As the economy is flushed with gems.
Or just buy the dip.
Technically speaking,
Big old.
I mean, a few people who had very expensive, rich, magical items now have piles of gems.
They just go one town over.
I would argue it would take a few days, weeks, months, or they would just hoard it like dragons.
Not everybody's a dragon here, okay?
Not everybody.
I'm gonna give him 500 gold and just sit on this as a safety net in case the exchange of gems is no longer valuable.
Picks one up and just kind of bites into it.
You think I'm gonna? You're
No. It's I've already been trying to get ahead of the curve, but yeah, gold is definitely climbing in value as of lately. So
Hold on to
thanks.
And just keep that as a safety net in case your more recent transactions with gems don't hold up in value soon.
Yeah, those gems are pretty outrageous lately. So
Sorry.
no, it's all right. You don't have to.
Did I tell you we killed a dragon?
Truly.
Yeah, no, yeah, the blue one out in the desert. Yeah, very, very impressive. I always knew that ever since I met you.
Okay, thanks.
You're going. Should I stop? Yeah, I'm doing the thing.
I think
aren't
that water's boiling.
Okay, yeah. Never could take a compliment. Okay, so, kind of pop back. What are we doing in there?
Kobold stuff.
Kobold stuff.
They're having a moment, Stack.
Oh, what is a moment?
Important.
They're just enjoying each other's company before they leave. Imagine if you had to leave Roscoe for a long time, you know?
So we're all having a moment right now?
No, you're not gonna leave us, man. You're coming with us.
He's a grown Brock. He can do whatever he wants.
I mean,
I
yeah.
don't want to go.
But that's your choice.
I see. But, so then a moment is it only when leaving?
No, moments happen.
It's a time where you become even better friends.
Oh. Okay.
So to answer your question, yes, this is a moment.
I like sharing moments with you guys.
I like sharing moments with you too, Stan.
Don't cry, I spilled my drink.
Roscoe just appears next to you and she like just flicks the tear off your face like, ah, Lisa!
It hurts because it's true.
How is Thalmer's tail, by the way?
Founder, you are fully green
Yeah, I
now.
was gonna say that one's green now.
Fully green, even with the stopwatch, you can't make the green go away.
Hey, buddy, how are you feeling over there?
A little envious.
I'm in the kitchen.
Feeling a little green.
And the
You
best
guys
part is,
noticed-
Are we gonna mention the green elephant in the room?
the best part is, Tyro has not made a single comment, has not asked once, or ogled in disbelief. Just whatever. All right.
How is your kobold biology?
I mean, I've delivered a few, but other than that, like, not much.
Do they change?
Some, I don't know if you call them species, some types have been known to change based off of certain environmental conditions, but not like that.
Yeah,
this
I'm not
late in
really-
life, right?
No, either they have it when they're born, like they can go, hot, cold, or the emotions or whatever, but not like,
Like a mood ring.
it's pretty rare. But
Give me a medicine check.
I'm more concerned with what changed him than like why.
I mean, not drugs changed then.
Yeah.
I mean, if his dad doesn't really care, perhaps it's happened before?
it's a 14.
14?
I don't think
With a 14, you were on the nose with, like, environmental effects can change it. Typically, dragons, when they create a layer, they terraform the surrounding area in a certain diameter. And kobolds typically, the Sunderkind are made in the circumstance that the death of a dragon causes a magical explosion, and a humanoid that is currently pregnant, that child becomes a Sunderkind. Typically with the same scale color of the dragon that had died.
Right.
They only change colors and scales as they grow older, as the scales get either duller or more lustrous, or if they spend time in another dragon's region for long enough. However, the confusing part, and with the 14 medicine check for you, is that you guys didn't spend an obscene amount of time in the Forest Nell, where you would assume a kobold might turn green. This had happened in the Shimmering Fang.
Right.
but it was in close proximity to a green power.
The event started occurring with Thalner's tail after he had hid the green dragon orb from Limrith using his tail.
So yeah, that's probably the same type of power that makes the area any dragon. So I would assume it's the same effect.
Assume away.
Say, I don't know if his medicine check does this, but like they do change. Does that affect them in any more than just appearance? Is it all aesthetic?
Well, I mean, true kobolds, their allegiance is normally tied to the coloring, but since Sunderkins are its own magical entity, who's to say, really, it's all pretty new stuff.
So between us, we'll just kind of keep an eye out if we get around another green dragon.
It's about this time Thalner walks back in.
With a tray of tea for my friends.
Listen,
We're talking about you and very concerned.
What?
as much as I love calling you Red, I don't know. I'm just concerned.
Because I'm green.
Yeah, you're green.
I mean, I didn't want to say it.
He sets down the tray.
Wait. I, like before you say anything, I kind of whisper into your ear. I'm like, does this mean you can't turn back to your real color either?
I mean, you guys are well aware. I am not a red kobold anyways. But this is what's unusual. And he
News to us.
clicks his pocket watch and takes the form of a dwarf with green skin.
Oh.
Clicks his pocket watch again. A fairly short elven person with green skin. Then clicks back, green kobold. I seem locked in.
Okay. Wow. I'm touching. Like, just palpating, just like.
Is my hand now green?
You guys hear
Who is that?
from the front door of the shop.
Are we opening that door?
Thalner goes over on the very far side of the windows that are beside the door, almost in like a little corner window, and like peeks through. And this is the little peephole of the tea shop.
Okay. You see a tall, elvish woman, arms crossed, foot tapping on the ground.
One that I recognize. I scurry around to the door. I wouldn't share any unnecessary information just yet. Yeah.
That goes for you, Rock Boy.
Stack.
I only share information with friends.
Exactly. And
I like that.
what do friends do when they need specific information?
They say waffle butter?
Exactly. And now we will not say that word again, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We haven't seen
You guys are off the rockers.
Everyone, shh.
Gotta change the codex now.
Waffle butter.
Nothing sacred anymore.
I open the door.
It's Thea standing there. Oh, thank God. You're back. Wonderful. Great news. Our grandfather has passed. Can you talk? Can I come in?
I'm surprised you recognized me, but yeah, come on in.
I've gotten used to some fair amount of strain. Who else would be opening the door as... what was the guard's name that you usually portray? Never mind. She steps in. She just goes,
Aaron.
what is happening?
You know,
Hello.
let's go talk in the kitchen, because this is a completely separate thing.
Sure.
Maybe relevant,
Yes.
but maybe not. So let's not confuse everybody.
Sir, let's... Okay.
In the building.
Creepy dead guy. What? Stack? Who
the hell is this?
Fuck you too, Roscoe.
Yeah.
Did everyone recognize Stack but me?
He never knows who he is.
It's fair.
I like motion my hand to guide Thea back towards the kitchen, and when she seems to get continually distracted by what's going on in the room, I just grab her sleeve and just pull her towards the kitchen.
All right, we're going. Yes,
For
important.
a
As
private
you're walking away,
conversation.
you hear a salad just go, "I'm glad to know you're alive." Because last we saw, she was just leaving the freaking pit.
I feel like I would have at least checked that she and Wygroff had made it back to the city when I got back.
You would have.
Remember who she is.
They did. They made it
They
back.
made it back, but then, like, yes, Thalner was paying attention to other things.
Hey, where's our sand ship?
Up your ass.
Oh, that's cool. I'll use it later.
Take it out.
There's a bag of holes in
Slams
there.
the door shut.
Oh man, he still dies. God.
What is happening?
What do you mean, what is happening here? Wygroff is...
His condition never got any better since coming home. He just continued babbling and going off the deep end about the vault and being able to open it and all these other crazy things. And more or less, I didn't trust most of the family to take care of him, so I was doing most of the caretaking. Probably why you haven't heard from me in the last couple days. But last night, in his sleep, he said something absolutely nuts. And not too long after that, he breathed his last breath.
I mean, did you get any useful information out of him?
Well, as far as that goes, I would say no. Except, the last thing that he said was that the dreamer travels, that the small Sunderkin would become anew, and that all vaults were opening soon. Does any of that make sense to you?
Oh, God. I wish it didn't.
Could you repeat that?
The dreamer travels.
The small Sunderkin.
The small Sunderkin becomes anew, and all the vaults will open soon.
Was there anything else in the past week that he has said that seemed unusual or maybe confusing to you?
He said something about a woman that whispers.
Go on.
That's it. Just more or less the exact phrasing, and I'm trying to...
What kind of woman?
She who whispers won't stop. She won't stop. Make her shut up.
Oh.
How did he look?
Horrible. It was like he was being drained of vigor. His muscles were going into atrophy at alarming rates. To be honest, I think I'm still in shock because I don't know how I'm actually processing this well, but here we are.
Did you ever find out why he went to the Shimmering Fang?
No. I'd assume having to do something with a vault.
She whispers. Oh wait, I'm not there.
Yeah, I know.
You hear from your sending watch. Hey, what's happening? Just kidding.
Clear the columns.
Okay, stack their watch.
Trying to listen.
Okay, like I'm not gonna have going on this whole time.
It doesn't work.
How do these things work? Everyone's just in the dining room like.
Except for Vasco, because Vasco's like, I don't know.
Still trying to find the ship in my ass.
Okay, TMI. But now he's passed.
I just wanted to share that information with you before it seems like you go off on... She looks back towards the kitchen door. Another escapade.
Port Galayan is under siege.
I've heard.
It's the chromatic spiral. Same as here. But with minimal defenses out there, they've succeeded.
This... I believe that this can't be a mere coincidence. You guys coming together like this, the spiral attacking here, all of this information that you guys have been saying, Wygroff heading off into the desert. What if there's another what did he call it? Portal? Door? Vault? Whatever it is. What if he says all vaults will open? Do you know anything about these vaults?
There's one under Drakehaven.
She's just kind of slack-jawed for a second.
There's something changing in this world right now. Certain forces, plans that have gone on as whispers for so long are converging. The goal of evil forces is within reach, and we're only just now finding out. Wygroff was onto it. He sounded like a babbling old man to the rest of us. But he knew more than anybody in this city about what the hell was going on underground.
I guess that's the curse of being blessed in the arts of divining.
The note that he left for you before departing the city, do you remember what it said?
Something about the balancing of the scales, something about a vault out into the desert in the east. I mean, it's back at the home, I could go get it, but I don't remember the exact verbiage right now.
Is there any way you can bring it to us before dawn?
Yeah, certainly.
I think it might give some direction into Wygroff's last words and how that all fits in. To remember more clearly what exactly he was looking for and why. And who he was searching for it for.
Yeah. I most definitely can help with that. Why before dawn? Are y'all going somewhere?
We might dawn at the earliest, so I'm just thinking as many steps ahead as I can right now.
Okay. Alright.
The land's not getting any safer.
No, you're right. Say no more. Let's go. She begins walking towards the door, opens it up. You guys see her walking through. Thowner following closely behind. Well, looks like I'll see you guys soon. I can definitely be back far before dawn. Not going to address the dead guy. See you. Quickly walks out of the
It was
tea
nice
shop.
to meet you.
She hears that, turning around like, you too! Whoever you are. Okay.
We'll do introductions later. Thanks, Thea.
Yeah. Kind of gives a salute, heads out the door. Well, that lady is just rude.
Yeah, man. She's the worst.
Yeah.
Wygroff's dead.
Who's that?
Checks out.
My grandfather, I guess.
He's not really broken up about it.
Yeah, sorry about your loss, dear.
Oh, it's fine. I didn't know him. But
All right.
he was the reason that we were venturing to the Shimmering Fang.
Yeah.
It was
The
not
old guy
the
in the
race.
cell.
The old guy in the cell.
Yeah, a whole lot of good
Can I
that
get his
did.
ring now?
Who just left.
I'll ask her later.
Yeah,
Oh no.
Oh, we can send her a message or something, yeah?
She will watch.
I mean, I don't think his body's in a hurry to get somewhere else, so I'm sure it's...
The ring will be there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he could decompose it for you.
Not really the point of the conversation.
Oh, right.
We'll figure out the ring later. But the race was kind of a byproduct of our intentions of going to the Shimmering Fang. It was our investigation of the chromatic spiral that encouraged us to follow Wygroff Silkrest out to the Shimmering Fang and whatever it was he was searching for.
We don't know because we didn't go into the vault.
We didn't go into it because the last time that happened, one of ours died.
Well, I mean, yeah. Well, we don't know, right? He got sucked into a black hole.
I thought we still have his gem, though.
Oh yeah, he's like Jim or something.
Mostly died.
He's not alive in the alive sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's not alive here.
Unalived.
Somehow worse than the captain, still not fully dead, though.
Yeah. I mean, not great.
So, like, what if there was no one there when they opened?
He's in a gym.
Yeah.
Please made sure not to spend him, right?
Oh. Which bag is he in?
Roscoe. Roscoe was the one that was carrying him last.
I was
no,
about to
it
say,
was
I
Thalner.
wasn't the one
It was Thalner that was carrying him last.
Thalner has the gym gear.
Definitely spent.
No. Why am I? Holy brain fart, Batman. Amara.
Oh, that's right. We gave them to the school to see if they could fix it.
Paula Sorella or I said that they would study it and try to figure out
That's right.
what the deal with
Yeah,
that was.
I did have the stone and then we passed it on
break
to
it,
the
let 'em out.
after.
No, you guys said that you didn't want to give it to her.
Yeah.
That she said that her study,
I do remember that 'cause I didn't trust
her studies would accelerate with said gem, but you guys didn't want to give it to her, so she had to try to make studies without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do have
You do have it.
the stone.
Yep.
Okay. Either way,
Do we think
not good things happened when we last opened one of those vaults.
you think things can come out of them?
The black hole.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a real black hole, so I don't know if gravity.
Or like a portal.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
All I know
They suck stuff inwards.
is there's something beyond those doors, and the only thing we know beyond this realm is where our new 2.0 Paula is from, which is an absolute apocalyptic wasteland.
That she survived.
Barely.
I'm assuming there's one of these vaults on that island that we're going to, right?
Allegedly.
Why are we talking about the vaults again?
So that was Wygroff's main objective, was to find another vault.
No, yeah, but
Part of his last words and dying breath was that the vaults would soon be opened.
Is that all he was talking about?
Yes.
Huh.
That's not too bad then.
That to me seems the most pressing matter, as we in this room know what could happen.
Well, that door was hard to open, so I guess that makes it easier.
From our side, yeah. But from the other side, might be a piece of cake. Might happen at any time.
What are we discussing is happening right now? Are we going to try to
Transdimensional
open the vault?
Issues.
We're
We're
trying
talking
to,
about not drugs. I think.
ties in somehow. We're trying to discuss if there is a way to prevent the vault doors from being opened. The last time we opened them, it was absolute terror beyond.
Can we figure that out on the way there? It's
I
a
like
long
that
trip.
idea, yeah. We
It's a
can
long trip.
probably figure it out, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just like wedge it
And the
close.
rod! Just in front of the door.
Yeah, it only
I
takes
cannot argue with that logic.
it only takes a DC strength save of 30. I'm sure a magical
DC
portal,
strength save of 30? What does that even mean?
Is that kind of like an aging limit on like some nice rum?
Yeah, I mean, I was sorry.
Like
I guess
30 year age.
didn't eat those mushrooms I did. I kind of saw outside of myself for a while. There's just numbers and rolling things all over the
Wait,
place.
that's happened to me before, and I was some long-haired, bearded guy.
Yeah.
That was absolutely
It freaked
bonkers.
me out.
Hated
That
it.
is beyond me.
Hated every second of it.
I want to take more next time.
Also, the doors open in.
Huh?
The doors open in.
Oh shit, you could remember that.
But if the black hole opens and no one's there to see it, who cares?
It's the world really end.
It's like Schrodinger's black hole.
Like, what's it gonna suck
You
in the
don't see it.
cave?
Is it really there?
Just tell no one to go down there. and we'll be fine for a little bit.
People will definitely listen to
We
orders that
were
don't go
we
down
were told
there.
not to go down there, and what did we do?
We went
Yeah,
down
well,
there.
We went straight down there.
I mean, I tried to say it was better.
JJ, always the voice of reason.
So,
Not one.
we get
to
on the
tell you
ship,
what
right?
Speaking of being reasonable, yes.
As fascinating as all this is, Jolene, should we go prep the ship?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
get to work.
I'm
we've
gonna
been
have some
out.
breakfast. I have a real hankering for waffles now.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost breakfast time.
Yeah. Waffles and butter, please.
I'm not hungry, but
Well,
Jolene, if you want, you can stay. I'll go take care of the ship matters.
okay.
Okay. You hear like several strange creaking and crackings as he gets up from the table and just kind of stretches his neck like starts walking.
More sugar.
He's like the centaur.
No, he's just walking very
No, one's
haggardly.
the sound of the foot and one's the sound of his knee popping.
He exits the shop. And about this time, you guys are still discussing matters. Trick, you feel a slight buzzing in your breast pocket.
Hello?
Jordan?
Alana! It's been a long time. It's so good to hear your voice.
Well, I'd love to say the same. Sir, I do feel the same way. Problem, I've found that motherfucker. We've been... Tori and I have been tracking him since the desert.
The blue dragon guy.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. That stupid gem-crusted idiot that killed my husband.
That's what I was talking about. My bad.
No, it's okay. We've been following him. He's been heading west for a long time. We haven't really wanted to engage with him because we need your help. We found him. We can get our revenge.
I'll be there. Where?
Right now he's basically moving along the Central River, but I think he's heading west towards the coast.
If I brought a flying ship, would that help?
Not gonna ask questions, only gonna say yes.
Alright. And, just for my own frame of reference, is that in the direction we would be heading to go to?
Yeah,
It could be
yeah.
a pit stop?
Yeah, it could potentially be a pit stop, yeah.
Alright, I have to make some arrangements, but I might be able to help you out. Just, give me a day.
Okay, we'll keep following.
So guys, I need to borrow a ride. Alana hit me up. So I have my sending stone, and she's actually found the guy who killed her husband. So I need to help her. Here's the deal. Either you'll let me have your ship, or I have to go by myself.
Is killing the dude gonna bring her
I don't see
husband
them.
back?
Revenge is a sweet dish served at some sort of temperature. I don't remember what it is, but
That's like steaming hot.
I think so.
Steven Hot, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like stack.
Yeah. What kind of dude?
Gem encrusted bastard.
Yeah, I'm in. You said gems.
Gems. I know the way to Roscoe's heart.
Hold on. We were all there. Do we all recall that incident?
She shot me a lot of times.
All right.
Do you remember
there was
why she
Because she
blamed
was so mad.
Something
That-
about
Gem encrusted is your friend.
You talking about Leon?
Sure. You don't know his
Gem
name.
encrusted that killed one of theirs.
oh no, that's like our.
Alana has
Was
found
one of ours.
Leon,
She found our.
and she's going to kill him if we don't show up.
No, she's gonna kill him when we do show up.
That
was
also.
what I gleaned from this.
Well,
You didn't
she's
hear
gonna
any of
do
that
it.
conversation.
She's going to do it without.
well, I mean, he says that she wants us to go with them because she
So
found
let
him.
us
Come on, what's she gonna do?
intervene and once again talk some sense into her.
My
Can I roll-
bigger fear is he's going to kill her unless we show up.
Yeah. Then she'll be with her husband. I
You're
mean,
hard pressed to kill both of them.
Her husband was your captain, right? Your leader, your most powerful, strongest.
Well, I don't know what's strongest, but he was
Definitely wasn't the strongest.
He's a really good leader.
He was very good
Very good mind.
He's very smart.
Alana's, she's scary.
And he was bifurcated by him.
I don't know what that means, but if it means he was killed by him, yes.
Does that mean headless?
So you're saying that
split.
you're going to try and talk her out of
Entwixt.
killing Leon?
Yes.
I don't know if I believe that.
Okay. Roll an insight check. Trenton, you can roll deception or persuasion. You don't have to say which one you're rolling.
Just kidding. I don't know what I'm doing.
Ooh, this is gonna be close.
16.
21.
I'm a lying son of a bitch.
Yeah, don't
Thank you for your honesty.
believe you there at all, buddy.
Right.
So you're saying our options are to leave you here to walk alone,
Right.
and we leave without you.
Or we help you kill our friend.
You
Or
help me get to Alana. Whatever happens at that point.
Because I'll take my chances with Big Green taking on your two.
Big Green. Who's Big Green?
I think he's still talking about that Leon fella.
Leon fella.
Oh,
Sorry.
yes, I never saw him. I don't know what color he is.
He's big and green.
Oh,
I mean, you've seen him that one time. He was trying to mess with the horses, and you
horse
told
guy.
basically,
Oh, I
yeah.
hate that guy.
He actually saved all
More
our
reason to leave you here.
lives.
He is actually the reason Limerick is dead.
He killed the myth.
So your suggestion is to tell my former captain to screw off? Like,
Well, you're the captain.
No, you would be the one sending that
she
message.
said that in a moment of weakness. I still don't believe it.
You would be the one telling her that.
What are the odds?
Because we don't have to stop her by her.
Well, right, by not... Well, right,
saying.
but not by helping.
Or we could fly up and pick off Leon and just fuck off with Leon.
That could diffuse the situation as well, pulling them apart from each other.
Best case scenario, we pick up all of them to join our
I like that
members.
We could all be friends.
I'm not a betting man, but that is a very low percentage.
It is.
We talked her out of killing you guys right after her husband died. You don't think that
After
she's
we
very
almost, I think
reasonable? Especially after having several weeks to think about it?
after almost not winning.
All right.
I feel like
And if
this
it comes to that,
situation will end with someone dying. Most likely Alana. Or Alana? Is that
I think
it?
it's Alana.
Alana.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't have to, though.
It doesn't have to. I'm just
Right.
thinking all
See,
likelihood.
we're thinking about it too much. Why don't we just go and do it, and what happens, what happens?
You willing to get punched in the throat for this lady?
By who?
One,
That would hurt a lot.
I don't know if you've seen him
maybe
break
stack.
things, but
That would hurt.
Well, Trenton's my friend now.
Here's
Friends
the
don't
thing.
hurt friends.
he did.
Friends.
Unless he decides to hurt our friend.
He did not sign the
I'm
contract.
not hurting anybody except for Jeremy.
And, well, exactly.
Oh, right.
Here's the thing,
I keep
though.
forgetting that because he kills people.
Those of us that know Leon, is he willing to listen to reason?
If he's not still,
Well, under the power of the dead dragon? I don't think so.
then yeah, he's totally.
Exactly. Those of us
Mighty.
that knows, those of us that knows Alana, is she willing to listen to reason?
Absolutely not.
No, I
You
think
don't know her. She's
She shot him in the face and tried to kill me too.
Think about your partner, your captain, just got slaughtered. And then you went to go fight the people that he got slaughtered by, and then was convinced not to do it. Yes, she had to be beaten to submission, but you think that's not unreasonable?
she's not unreasonable, really.
She was a leader for a reason.
I mean,
Listen, I don't know. We can argue all day.
We do.
I'd love to, actually.
Yeah, it's just
So
you find like it seems like you'll find some fun in it.
I
all right, well, let's just get on
I'm
the
just
shit,
saying good
man.
luck.
Right. It's on the way, so we can talk about it, and if we decide to make the pit stop, for my sake, if you guys want to be my friend, maybe we could stop by and talk to my captain.
and most likely case scenario is we'll leave that place with one of them on our team to help.
As long as we get on the shit,
Don't
man.
like the way you
I'm
talk
just-
about this thing.
That works. That is a win for
How
everyone.
about we just make a trade? You can stay with them. We'll take our friend back. And
Alright, if it comes to that, fine. If they cannot get along on our trip, I will stay with my... And she called me captain. I will order her to stay.
Could you just order her not to kill her?
Technically,
Right.
she quit.
Well,
Yeah.
true. Like I said, we can hash out the details on the way there.
Hey, Jolene, how does the vote thing work?
Right, let's vote again.
Okay, alright. So, who's in favor of going to find this Lena person?
Does that involve getting on the ship?
I think both options
Would you
involve
be-
getting on the ship.
Yeah,
I think we're
all
getting on the
roads,
ship.
all roads lead to ship
We're
there,
getting
Roscoe.
on the ship. And we're headed in the direction of both of them.
Ship.
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, so the ayes have it for saving Leon.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what she said, but yeah, I mean, Leon was pretty
It's
tight.
what I said.
Oh.
Leon and Stitch.
Leon and Stack.
No.
Anyways, okay. So tentatively, the vote was stop by there, figure it out along the way.
Correct.
Yes.
I want
And
to make some travel progress.
Yes.
Tired of bickering.
I also am tired of bickering.
Yeah, like we can bicker and move.
Bickering is safe.
Yeah, yeah.
Bickering doesn't get you killed.
In most cases.
You're not in there.
You ever argue with me?
But on the boat, we have to bicker in shifts because someone needs to watch.
Bicker and shit. Okay, hold on. We're gonna hit that fast forward thing, so we're about to go on break. Thea comes back. She brings the letter, and with it she says, "Need another?"
I can't possibly imagine a situation where I say no.
Wouldn't let you anyway. She
Yeah,
blinks
that's
and
a good point.
you guys, with everybody in tow, Stack, Rax, Ari, Thea, not Tyro.
We're just naming all the characters that Michael is.
Well, because you guys are you, and then everybody else in tow is me.
Now
Yeah.
say each of them in the name before its voice talking to the next person. Go.
Okay, wait, no, describe that. No, I like this challenge. What is it? Describe it again.
Say the name of each NPC in the voice of the previous NPC.
Okay, so me as Michael, I would start with Ari.
Yep.
And then I would say Stack. And then I would say Thea. We're still missing one because that was my regular voice.
Oh, then loop back around.
You can include Tyro and
I think it's say Tyro.
then Rex.
And then you can say Rax.
And
the captain's gone
and Elena and
Well, Elena's.
Alana.
Yeah, Alana's in okay.
The captain is dead. Is a really good board game. Anyways, we're gonna go to break.
Waffle break.
Waffle break. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, she comes back. You guys have waffles with butter, with some more bickering,
And mayonnaise.
seasoned with bickering and mayonnaise. And we're gonna take about a 15-minute break, and we're gonna be right back, everybody. Thank you very much.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you soon.
We love you.
I would. So one of my
That's weird.
And welcome back, everybody,
very much.
to Scales of Fate. We were not talking about dragon anatomy, even in the slightest.
Just the baggins and the bees.
That was dragon family planning.
Yes, along the misty mountaintops. Boxes and bagginses.
Now take it a kobold.
Okay. So, we are back with Scales of Fate, everybody. On our break, we hung out and ate cookies, and it was great. But before we went to break, we pet animals, hung out, ate cookies, it was great. Before our break, we were at the Steep in the Cups tea shop discussing news and adventuring plans.
Yeah, how we're gonna go help Leon kill Alana.
Apparently, yes. That is.
That's what the vote was.
That's not what the vote was.
To head that direction.
Vote was to head that direction. Let me get a quick music change real quick.
Semantics.
Was it the victory
Fowler.
story?
Thea hands you the letter. We're gonna fast forward to you guys being on the ship.
Thank goodness.
You guys are on the ship. Fowler, you're reading this letter either in private or with people, up to your discretion. However, the gist of it says, I actually went back to the episode to try to figure it out. The gist of it says, the balance of the scales of fate have shifted. The seals of the vaults are at risk. Our worst fears have been made reality. The prophecy of the three seals has surfaced in a way that has deemed itself so important that I have decided to fake my own death. It is time for me to seek the entrance where I can find the answers that belong to the creators of this universe. If anyone finds this, I believe that it has been the resolution of saving the great cities, or otherwise found as an archaeological artifact by our ancestors thousands of years into the future. I will now head myself to the desert to seek the vault, and if I am to find the answer, in the transcription that I wrote didn't do this right, the importance that weighs upon the scales. Know that I move by the grace of the Moonlight Goddess, who guides my path.
Did you write that down?
So it's a bad thing they're opening.
Well, our experience with
Three seals.
the bid bad. It's a bit bad.
So is it only 3 vaults? Is that what he's referring to?
I'd assume maybe you guys are talking about this all together now.
Yeah, I don't know if that was at least over the table or...
On the ship, I think I would have gone into more detail in our conversation, Thea and I's conversation, about Wygroff and his last words, about claiming to have heard a woman whispering to him, and in particular about his last words of the vault doors opening. Over the table, Downler kept this specific sentence of the small Sunderkind will
Become anew.
Just because he's still kind of sussing out the intricacies of that. But everything else kind of lays it on the table, in addition to the fact that he also talks about the vaults in the letter that caused us to follow him in the first place. But the Moonlight Mother guiding his path.
Moonlight Goddess.
Sorry. Nothing. Moonlight Goddess guiding his path to find the vaults. Now, the letter doesn't say anything specifically about opening the vaults. And if I remember correctly, when we approached one of the vaults the first time, it had symbolism of all dragons.
to be more succinct, the symbol was embossed into rock, yet it moved. And it was a balancing scale with not 2, but 3 baskets that were revolving around it. And one of them seemed shimmery and burnished, like metal. One of them seemed to be shifting through several shades of chromatic colors, and another one seemed to similarly have colors but were more luminescent and reflective. So one could infer that each one was metal, chromatic, gemstone.
Yeah, and I think I remember that being the conclusion that we came to when seeing the first vault, was that it was about a balance between the 3 types of dragons.
As they're rotating, did they seem imbalanced?
The one that you guys had seen personally, that weighed heavier, was the gemstone-esque basket.
Those are the ones that you like.
My question is, like,
Don't know.
what could he have done to fix it himself?
Uh,
You seem very convicted.
It sounds like the "She who whispers won't stop" line is very.
I get the sense that he got that after he visited.
Unless
Isn't
that's
that-
what drove him to visit.
That is also likely.
And this is Moonlight Goddess. I had a vision about the moon exploding.
Go on.
Oh yeah, I kind of tripped out one night and the moon exploded and a bunch of shimmering shards and like.
Seems like important information.
Oh, I thought.
Do you have a lot of
I told you at least in the dream.
What?
Yeah.
To Roscoe's credit, he has a lot of dreams.
Right, that was my next question is, are they all this vivid?
Yeah.
The
be nothing.
dreamer moves on.
Or
No.
the Dreamer is also the name of Leon's dragon daddy.
Right.
Patron.
I'm just trying to connect
This
dots here, man. Don't.
Dream was while I was awake, though.
It says patron, right?
Yeah.
Like that's, yeah.
A waking dream's more like a hallucination.
Yeah, I've had those
Come
before, but this
daydreams.
one really stuck with me.
Is anybody else concerned that Roscoe hallucinated this, or is that
Yes.
par for the course?
No,
It's pretty part for
it's-
the course.
I mean, he
It's
was
par for
kind
the
of.
course, but it's not very common that it ties in with other things we're considering. Usually it's the most batshit thing you've ever heard.
Hey,
It doesn't usually fit into the narrative.
Last time he had a crazy dream, he woke up with superpowers. So.
How does the moon exploding fit with the narrative? Is there something I should be aware of?
Well, just in the context that we're discussing a
With your,
recollection from my
Crazy
grandfather
grandpa.
about the moonlight goddess.
Is anyone familiar with any sort of goddess of the moon?
Are we?
I'm not a.
I saw the moon last night, so it seems alright.
Whoever wants to, you can roll a religion check.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
I'd like to.
Anyone and everyone that wants to.
My date with the church has been long overdue,
I somehow got a 12.
but I also got a 12.
12, 12, 16.
Hold on.
Oh. Nat 1, that is very salvo.
Yep. Religion, you say?
Belief in things that are not real or existing on this plane.
Unquantifiable data.
I don't know how to measure.
Okay. 15, 16, more or less the same. There is... The only thing that you guys are kind of like parsing together is that there is a goddess that is worshipped on Levancia for being the goddess of the moon. Her name being Saloon.
Wow, that sounds...
Saloon?
Saloon.
Saloon, the goddess of the moon. All right.
Check that.
My
As
girlfriend's the moon.
As far as okay, stop
funny.
That's rough. You both said it. As
far as your understanding of the goddess of the moon, she presides over the realm of essentially emotional temperance as well as flow. The flow of life itself, the push and pull of the tides, the waxing and waning of life and death.
Change.
Change. Yes.
Checks out.
And that asshole dragon is the Sun Eater.
So that would make her the daughter drinker.
Yeah, you're reaching there, bud.
Just saying.
Hey, I'm trying.
I just don't like
You
it.
got anything? Oh, okay. Thank you.
I mean, there is the goddess of the moon saloon, but that's all I can think. I don't know how it relates to our particular understanding of this riddle.
When I retire, I think
She offers some sort of guidance to him. I don't know if that's sane logic there, but
Well, there is certainly guidance to be had by, following celestial beings, especially the moon.
I've always wanted to go to the moon. Hey, Captain. Yeah, how high did this ship fly?
I think we've gotten it pretty high before, right, Jody?
Yeah.
Does the bubble keep air in?
Have we tried that? I don't
think we have.
No.
We should go to the moon.
so you're saying this airship could become a spaceship?
How much have you had to drink today?
Zero. Normal amount.
Which means yes.
How much? Yes.
So,
That's
my vote's for the moon.
It's a quest for later.
I suppose if we can survive.
You see Salvo doing some math on like air capture consumption rates. And, it's like, ooh,
Do you actually do that?
why not?
Give me a, let's say, an investigation check.
How much oxygen do Stack's dreads give off?
That's a separate investigation check.
Some sort of magical air generator?
You want to do the stack investigation check for the dreads?
That is so beyond my scope of practice.
I mean, it's your question.
That will be a 31.
It retains. This is a 31. It retains the amount of oxygen that basically is encapsulated within the creation of the paling, which means it is limited. The oxygen itself is limited to the living creatures on board.
Right, which is what the math I was calculating of the consumption rates of individual people for the volume of the paling.
With that being such, and the amount of people in here with a 31, imagining the ship going into an oxygenless space, you roughly have 56-ish hours of breathable air.
So at peak speed,
That sounds plenty.
I don't
I think you're vastly underestimating the distance between us and that big white rock.
What if we fill
which is
the paling with water and then I can breathe underwater?
that's actually better
That
for density sake.
That means I was right.
He could turn into a turtle and I could water breathe.
Exactly.
You guys have fun.
Is the flying ship affected by inertia?
Affected by who, what now?
can it turn on a pin?
Yes.
Oh,
Perfect. There's no like air, which is like
There's a little bit of drag.
everyone learn to
bit of
breathe,
drag,
and we'll have
like-
longer in space, underwater.
Next magical item, air generator.
Well, let's take down one.
All right, we'll get back to
The shop's closed.
It's a little fish tank blower bubble. Pumping air. Sorry.
I've got a question.
Shoot.
Our boy Leon? Still heading that way, right?
That is true.
Yep.
That's
Yes, we're heading there to help Leon kill Alana in self-defense.
So matter of fact, this one.
I just
no
wanna help him
black-
not die.
It's all black and white.
I mean, circumstantially, like, I tried to kill Thalner's father here, and things were made better, so it doesn't necessarily have to end that way, but, whatever.
There's lots of colors. I'm blue.
Double D, double
And
die.
shades of grey. And that's, I guess, the point that I'm trying to make. I think there might be a middle ground that we could make, but
Absolutely.
Let's decide on a whim.
You may certainly try, but that is not up to you.
I do whims a lot better.
Whims.
He said, let's do it on a whim. Figure it out when we get there.
I've never done it on a
Speaking
whim.
of which, I don't think that Alana is on the way to the moon, so that trip might have to wait.
Yeah, we'll wait on the moon.
I'm trying to distract myself from the inevitable shit show that's about to entail, but sure, if we want to talk about real stuff, we can too. We can discuss how we're gonna dissect this situation if that's really what you want to talk about.
Well, I don't think we need to dissect Alana.
Destination, the middle of the Central River. 30 out. Well, you heard him.
13 hours or minutes?
No, minutes.
Oh, shite.
No, we're almost halfway to Port Ghislaine by now.
But we got a plan.
Well,
If you have a way to
thought we
talk
decided
down-
on whims.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
I'm
just
going on a
Yeah.
whim, so I'm going to climb in the crow's nest and keep an eye out and smoke my pipe.
You get up there and there's like this strange creature about like 3 foot in stature with jet black feathers protruding off of its entire body. Its beak slightly covered by a hood. Was sitting there preening a wing. You come up. It looks at you.
You want a drink, mate?
You want a drink, mate?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome.
I get it.
Get it.
All right.
And kind of like gestures over to you to the edge of the crow's nest, and you guys look over and hands you like these binoculars and kind of gestures and points, and you see like a silvery ribbon just flowing through some hills down in between many grassy knolls and dotted landscapes of forest and fauna, and farther even so to the west you see what maybe is on the horizon a coastal line.
Sounds gorgeous.
So,
I actually centered myself for a minute.
what if we sent down a delegation? Just me and somebody of your choosing. That way we don't all show up in force and make the situation worse. And try to talk to both sides.
Well, who would want to go?
Well, I was hoping somebody level-headed. Somebody who could see reason. Maybe perhaps somebody who was taller than 3 feet.
All right, I'm out. I just got taller.
I'm the voice of reason.
But you make me nervous. You've been talking about killing Alana this whole time.
Only because she must die.
If I may, no one here is anywhere near eloquent enough for sensitive discussions than my nephew here.
I was coming to that conclusion as well.
The 3 feet seemed pretty exclusive.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Yeah, what a weird number to pick. That
JJ's definitely the most responsible.
Yeah, JJ's tall enough for your criteria. I'd say take him.
Alright. JJ likes to argue.
That's a
I don't know why we
terrible
listen to this random lady anyways.
Me.
Every
Don't mean to be the guy. A voice
Yeah,
of
you
reason.
really don't want him to be the voice of reason here.
I mean, I'm extremely reasonable.
You are extremely reasonable there, Jack.
Key emphasis on the extreme.
Extreme.
If she's not trying to kill Leon, she doesn't need to die.
Alright, and I think I can talk her out of
Let's
wanting
try
to
it.
kill
Let's
Leon.
try it.
If I'm tall enough to throw my hat in the ring, Liam and I have bonded over the fact that we are also both Sunderkind and dealt with the challenges that comes with that and
But
bonded
you're a
over
bit
those.
bitey, and I just feel like you'd add to the flame.
I'll bite whoever. It doesn't matter if they're on my side
That's my
or
point.
The opponent.
You're coming off
If
a
I'm
real
going to talk to
anti-covert.
Leon, I'll talk some sense into Leon.
Bitey, short. Ooh, just. You gonna tip the scales in your favor?
It's been 30 minutes yet.
Please.
It's getting close. You guys are getting very close to the river now.
If you want to go ahead and let down the winch ladder,
All right.
do you want to go? Or are you too mad at me?
I think I'm the best fit for it.
Right?
I mean,
How about you take Jolene with you as a representative?
As a neutral ground,
Yeah.
I like that.
A little bit of, Team A, Team B, and Team Not. You know.
And I'm
I like
familiar
the-
face on both sides. I think that is actually a very safe decision.
The timetable on your bubble, your first mate, but just make it quick, please.
Yeah,
It lasts as long as you're actively making it.
Okay, cool.
even if you're not on the ship.
No. You must be on the ship.
So yeah, so
Yeah. So
Can we bring the ship down?
Yeah. I mean, you can bring it down, but even if it's on ground level, like if you're off of it, you won't be able to create
Right.
that paling. Okay.
That,
Just getting back
but
on.
getting back onto solid ground, away from dragons.
Yeah, true.
as Downer's getting ready, I slip past and like, keep your sending stone on. I want to listen in.
You petty motherfucker.
So, as the
What I
ship slowly descends, the lookout, it's not you, but they, even with a +10, looking around, there's nobody around. You feel a buzzing in your breast pocket.
Go, Anna.
Is that your fucking flying ship?
That's the flying ship I said I'd bring.
Crazy. Okay, so that motherfucker is on the other side of the river north of here.
Right.
Alright? Obviously, he must have seen you already because I have.
Right.
So, are you just gonna,
What
you
is
want
your
to come down here and we're gonna ambush him and make him confess his sins and then just take him out?
I may have blown your cover. Do you think maybe we could rethink the ambush?
Blow my cover with.
With the flying ship!
That's what I'm saying. We have to come up with a new plan. You hop off.
Right.
We'll hide for a little bit. We'll continue
So I'll
following
tell
him.
you what. We'll meet you at the river.
Who? You and. Ari's still with you?
Ari's still with me. She won't be with me when I meet up with you. I've made some friends.
All right, and they're going to help.
Help. Yes, they're going to help.
All right, meet you at the river then.
Alright. Are you able to reach Leon and tell him to meet us at the river?
Oh, you just want to lead with that? I was thinking, go meet with Alana. I'll go meet with Leon.
Alright,
And
so
then
your
we-
way of telling him to meet at the river is to go and tell him to... that works.
Yeah. I'll go meet up with him and bring him to the river.
Alright.
And that way you can have a moment with Alana, talk about what's changed, about the bigger picture of what we've got going on, and then maybe that might soften some hurt feelings.
Alright. And Jolene,
Yes.
you go ahead and make sure the river is safe. We have a good place to have a diplomatic discussion. We'll meet you there.
Gotcha.
Found it. The go word is sour pickle.
Okay.
You guys have a lot of code words.
Okay.
Not drugs, waffle butter,
know,
sour pickles.
It would be
You
useful
guys
if
seem hungry.
Yeah.
I wish I could eat food sometimes.
Oh, poor Stack.
Oh, mate, you could cook a sausage while you eat it now.
Is Stack aware that he doesn't eat now?
maybe.
No.
Because I thought he ate when he just goes smush.
Yeah. I like, just because I do, I'm not cooking a sausage on Stack.
So while Roscoe spends his time cooking a sausage on Stack, Fowler, you're trying to meet up with Leon.
Yes, my intention is to head to where Leon is, not necessarily in a sneaky way. I'm not trying to sneak up on Leon, hoping he'll notice my approach and recognize me. So at this point, I think I would shed my new robe and replace it with my original black leather trench coat and my lute. Maybe strumming some chords on the lute as I approach. Non-threatening presence, very familiar, is my goal.
Okay. Meanwhile, you're on the side of the river with Alana.
Mm-hmm.
And Jolene, what were you doing?
I'm going to set up a safe space. I'm going to make it look cozy and set up the paling around it.
Ooh.
This is a safe space where we can all talk.
This is the talking stick.
Crisscross applesauce.
Okay, so we're going to start. Jolene, give me a performance check for building such a safe space.
Ooh, okay.
I statements only.
This is going to be a conch shell, not a talking stick.
Alright, so that is a 17.
17. Definitely a success. Would you please describe what it looks like?
Alright, so I'm probably going to set up a tent, and then inside the tent we'll have some nice like folding chairs and stuff and some like cushions and stuff. So it's nice and cozy. So everyone feels like almost like they're in a bedroom, but not quite. Like if you were in your own bedroom, you would feel safe.
Okay. And a paling appears around this tent.
Yes.
So for the north side of the river, Tunner. Jauntily walking along a trail, you're starting to see some draconic-like footprints of a bipedal person following that along. And eventually, you see Leon off in the distance, hundreds of feet away, basically carrying this very large sack over the side of his shoulder and just walking, heading west.
Leon.
He doesn't hear you. It's pretty far away.
Leon, it's down there.
Stops, turns, sees you.
Do you recognize me? Picture me red.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he turns around and starts walking back. What are you doing here? You guys were supposed to go home.
We did. We made it out. We made it rich. You saved our lives. And
Not yet.
we have found another city with a lot of lives to be saved.
Yeah. You're talking about Port Galeon, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go.
My group's gonna meet us down by the river to head to Port Galeon. We have, and he kind of motions up towards the ship. We have
Is that ship a
reinforcements.
dragon?
It's not at all. Not even close, but it does fly. So a little close. But it's very different.
Flies like a dragon.
How else do you fight a dragon but
You
flying?
Rip its wings off in cold
Because
blood.
you're flying.
That is very Leon.
Wait, so we're using a dragon to fight dragons?
Sort of.
Cool. I'm in.
Now we have some reinforcements. New friends we made along the way. Old enemies that maybe we can see eye to eye.
Like dragon enemies?
Not at all. Never.
Okay.
Well,
Any
except the
enemy
ones
of
we've already befriended, but
any enemy of a dragon is my friend.
exactly. Exactly. Now, these people might be mad at you. You know you've done some morally gray things.
He gets a misty-eyed look and looks at the ground and then looks to his hip where you see that long blue curved blade that has a large crack in it.
I know. And that was not your intention. There might be some aggression or hurt or anger there. But, just like you said, any enemy of these dragons is my friend. These are friends, we just gotta get there first.
I left you guys because I cannot stand to see more family die. I know I can do this.
More family will die unless you stand beside us, because whether or not you're there, we're going to fight. But we stand a better chance with you right there with us.
Give me a persuasion check.
Bet. 12.
But a nat 1.
But it's not one.
You don't understand. The dreamer has shown me visions of all of your deaths. Every single time. It's my fault.
What was Thea's recollection from Wygroff about the dreamer?
The dreamer moves.
Travels.
Travels, yeah.
Do you remember the old man in Limrith's lair that we
No.
went there to find and rescue?
Nope. Wait. I remember needing to do... I didn't meet him.
You didn't meet him, but
Did
we
I?
went there to find a very wise
Yeah.
old man.
No, yeah. It was like
He
your
had-
grandpa or like your something.
Yes, my grandfather had very important information for us. His dying breath was that the dreamer moves. Leon, the dreamer moves. We're all moving. Move with us.
The DC has gone up, but you do have a persuasion check at advantage.
As well.
Choose wisely.
No. You think this
Do
dies?
you want to know the DC before I tell you?
Oh, better. No.
Yeah.
You want to know it?
Yeah. I want to know it.
You only have
DC is 30.
You only have a +2 persuasion.
No, plus 12.
I had a nat
Or
1.
plus
And
11.
Yeah, but I thought the lowest you could roll is a 10.
oh, yeah, I guess that would have been a 21.
The DC
Technically.
prior was 25.
It was a nat 1 on the die, though, which is kind of like a nat 20 in the fact that it's bad.
DC 30.
Ooh, there it is. From 1 to 20.
That
What
is
is
a
it?
1 and a 20.
Okay. All right. Mark inspiration. You got inspiration. Nat 20.
There's a nat 20 for a total of 31.
Your dying grandfather said that the dreamer's moving. Cool. I'm in.
Why do you think I came to find you, Leon? This was your call to action.
I don't really know what that means, other than what I've been doing. But if you want me to talk to some enemies, yeah, sure.
And let's go rally the troops, group up, and plan our attack to
Okay.
win.
No, that sounds great. I just have to mentally remove myself from being like the lone
I know.
traveler. Ring.
But I think once you get back with the group, you'll remember.
No one's
what it
mad at
felt
me.
like. I can't say no one.
Like, the Stack's not mad at me.
No.
JJ.
More disappointed.
He is the
He's got a little lost on this part.
But he understands that you're going through a phase. And you're really a good guy at heart.
Okay, what the hell? Let's go. So the two of you turn around, start traveling back towards the river. Meanwhile, we'll wind that back. You're kind of standing on the embankment of this river. Not too far off is the tent that was erected by Jolene. And for a moment, almost like a whisper, you hear like some blades of grass moving, and shadows that were creeping in and out from underneath the sun's rays upon the blades of grass apparate into two whole people. Toru and Alana stand there in front of you.
Oh, hey, when you do that, Alana.
Sorry, I mean, useful trick, but we're here, so what's the plan?
Alright, so here's the plan. I've made some friends. You made me captain of the Hexer, so I've been maybe putting together a group, looking for people who are like-minded like me.
As the captain does.
Right, they're willing to help with this whole Leon situation. On one condition, you do have to join the group again. You said you left the Hexers, but I need my crew.
Done. We kill him, I'll join.
Alright, so as captain of the Hexers, my first order is that you sit down with this Leon character and we talk this out. Because look, I know this is going to sound crazy, but he was under some wild mind control, and if we are to jump at this guy, as you know, and as heartbreaking as it is, he killed our captain. He killed your husband. He could easily kill you. He could kill me. Let's see if we can find a non-violent alternative. There are much bigger things at work here.
Captain, I am obliged to acquiesce. But words cannot describe my anger right now.
I understand, Alana, and I'm sorry I pulled rank and was admittedly a little sneaky. But
Tori, like, kind of grabs her shoulder as she, like, makes a visceral face, squeezes a little bit, then looks at you and just nods.
you trusted enough in my judgment to make me captain. Trust in my judgment now, in the call that I'm making, to try to make friends rather than enemies in this trying time.
Tell you what, Captain. I'll listen to him. We'll have this meet. But no, walking into this, I would rather be dead than live to see him take another breath.
And I hear you. I empathize with that. I understand. And I appreciate that you are willing to come together with these, and I will prepare you, rambunctious and foolish people.
Oh, like the little idiot that flips around everywhere.
He's not here right now.
Good.
He is in the ship.
Fucking Christ. Toru just like, kind of like pushes her a little bit and...
You see that really cozy place over there? We're gonna go talk to them.
Toru makes some sign language and gestures over. She looks back at him, makes some more languages. You've known that Toru is deaf.
Now, yes.
You've known this.
Right.
And basically, like, you've gotten a rough, rudimentary understanding of some of the sign languages that he shares with the group. He's basically telling her that closure in this moment is important.
I agree. Nice.
Very nice.
Safe space.
Kai just did the sign language for
Yes,
Awesome.
this is important.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, she did not like that.
Eating popcorn.
Because we're listening to that.
Well, you got your Periscope thing of like reading minds.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. You literally could be using that right now if you wanted to.
I do that.
On whom?
Oh, definitely them.
On them whom?
On
Trenton?
The
Alana.
I'm sure. I'm confident in that. So.
I think you have to pick it like a
Person. So
Oh,
Alana,
ooh.
Toru, me.
Oh, definitely Alana.
Oh, 100%.
100% Alana.
Then if I heard that, like, you know, I see him dying or whatever, I'm just like, sour pick?
So her surface thoughts is a bloody scene. Do you dig deeper?
No, I'm just trying to see how pissed she is.
She's very
Yeah.
upset. She's very upset.
This is my T scope.
You could dig deeper. I'm just saying, there's been a lot of times on the show. You could dig deeper. What's gonna hurt?
She's in a very unstable state, and if she thinks someone's fucking with her, I don't think she's gonna like that very much. So,
Quick question: how do you spell Toru?
Toru.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
and then like, Donna does the mind game stuff, and then if she sees her coming over the ridge line, and her brain's like, I'll wait.
Okay. So
I mean, when you said violence, who is committing the violence?
You say this over your friendship bracelet of sending?
No, when I'm like looking, because you said I looked at her, and then I just see
Violence.
I'm just getting like events, like pictures of violence.
Yeah, more or less. It's her surface thoughts are running through any possible scenario of negotiations going wrong and her getting revenge. That's just the baseline.
Okay. Well, I don't have the moral compass to do this, so Salvo here.
I'm the moral
I'm sorry, I have a conscience.
Okay, so are you digging deeper?
Oh, immediately.
Okay, what's the DC on that?
Oh god.
I think it's only like
It's low. It's like 14, something like that. Okay.
If there's one thing Salvo does not have, it is tact.
It's a natural 2 on the dice. So she knows that you're delving into her thoughts, and as you kind of like insert your perceptions into this scene of gore and viscera and just kind of move your hands through these people within this tent, you see her sitting in a corner of the tent, crying, on the ground, rocking back and forth, saying the words in combination, "I miss you and I wish I was with you."
Oh.
that can be arranged.
I slide it back and like, that is depressing.
Wait, what? No, I thought she would be pissed.
At the surface, she is pissed, but inside she is broken.
Oh, don't tell
And
me
sad.
that. That makes me feel bad for her. Yeah.
She still may need to die, but she's sad.
Moral compass, everybody.
Logical compass. I don't know about moral compass.
All right, I had my gun ready, but I guess I'll just wait.
Until we hear sour pickle, we should not fire.
Oh, I mean, I just want to be ready instead of not.
Oh, if we see violence, we will murder her.
Alright.
As the groups convene into the tent, Thauner and Leon already inside.
Trenton?
How did it go?
We'll see.
Right.
Yeah, no, I mean it's gonna be fine.
Like, Thalner tries to be really calm and, like, approaches Trenton, you know, kind of a pat on the elbow, reaching up, pat on the elbow, like, Trenton, good to see you. Everything's
Hey
fine.
there, Thalner.
Yep.
Leon's kind of
Good.
leaning
Well,
back in
friends
a papasan chair, and he goes, "I like these seats. Who's a friend? I'm Leon.
Jolene.
Nice to meet you.
Jolene set this whole place up, isn't it? Beautiful.
Is this the enemy?"
No, there's no enemies here.
I pulled
That's
up
the most important part.
flap and let a couple more people in.
There are no enemies here.
Alana and Tori walk in.
This is a meet and greet of friends. Of friends.
Her jaw is set in steel, and she hasn't blinked since walking in the tent.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk about the gravity of the situation and the necessity for each other's help. And we're going to discuss how we can make that happen.
Aye, Captain. Sits down.
Leon, is it?
Yep.
We briefly met. I don't know if you remember.
You're like the dude that wouldn't give me back my horse.
That was a long time ago. You have a very good memory. Yes, okay.
Yeah, Pinto. No,
Yes.
I don't even remember
Beanie.
his name.
he's a good friend.
Alright, well, good to
Could've
hear
been better
that you're
if he
on
was
better
here.
relations with him.
I haven't seen him in a while.
And
Tell him I miss him.
if I see him, I will let him know.
You don't have him either?
No.
I knew I should have kept him.
Alright, so here's the situation. You killed somebody. And you need to atone for that. You killed something very important to me, somebody very important to Alana. So, so important to Alana. You murdered her husband. She is set to kill you. She will try to kill you. But I and Thalner, friends, need both of your help. So we ask that Alana set her animosity aside, and perhaps you can solve that with a bit of I feel like an apology is a little weak, but
A little bit of perspective and understanding, because Trenton and I both understand and see and have witnessed the fact that, yes, it was you, however, you were acting against your own will. And those of us that have gone on adventures have seen our very best manipulated or killed, acting outside of the behavior they would ever choose to act on, or lost forever.
in all of our times, Alana, how many times have we run into someone who was charmed? Or someone who was mind controlled? Wasn't there that one time when Steve got mind controlled and nearly killed Ari?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that too.
Right. I'm glad Ari came along, because that certainly smooths things over. Since
She kind of pops her head out from the pillow. Sorry, wasn't supposed to be here. I just find it spicy.
Actually, this is perfect.
Sit down. We need another hexer in here. I was feeling a little outnumbered.
Oh no, you never outnumber with me, honey.
Oh. Alright. So,
All of that aside, I'm obeying the orders of my captain. I do believe an explanation at the very least is warranted. And she looks over at Toru, and Toru weakly smiles and nods. Looks back over at Leon. No matter the apology, I will never accept it. But an explanation, please. Leon says, I don't know a lot about magic or whatever. Roscoe found a pretty cool sword, and I swung it around, and it was pretty dope. And then it was trying to tell me that we gotta go back to our mom. We gotta go back to our mom and protect her and save her and stuff. And I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I had a mom once. And we go there, and it's big fucking blue. I'm sorry, what?
you remember the blue dragon? The one that nearly killed all of us.
Yeah.
This is the common thread. Please continue, Leon.
Big Blue was the dragon that slayed my god. Killed him and destroyed my whole village. And I know you said, lady, that you don't want an apology. But I'll tell you this. My whole life's work has been to find and kill Big Blue. And we found her. And I was nothing but a baby in her control. Couldn't kill her, couldn't fight her. She just told me what to do. And lady, guess what? She killed my wife. And the worst part about all of it is that, in turn, I killed yours. Not your wife, your husband.
Spouse.
Sorry.
Leader of the Hexes?
He was that. And we've had time to mourn him. But surely you see the difference between somebody murdering in cold blood and having a common enemy and him using a enemy of an enemy as a pawn. No, I hate to call you a pawn, but you were.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
Absolutely. A potential ally was ripped away from you at the same time as someone that you loved. It was ultimate, cruel, evil behavior, as we should have expected walking into that lair.
Consider for more.
But I'll tell you what. Leon killed her. Just ripped her to shreds, so he got revenge on the person who actually killed your husband.
And his wife.
Can we maybe see eye to eye? Just for the moment.
Either Trenton give me persuasion with advantage, or Thalner does it flat.
Can Thalner be my advantage? You roll the second dice.
Whoever wants to spearhead this persuasion check.
Do you want to roll 2 dice, or do you want my...
That's what I'm saying. I'll roll one, you roll one.
I don't think that's going to work.
Option.
Do you want my
saying
bonuses
2
for
or
persuasion?
1.
Or do you want to roll 2 dice?
No, I want your bonuses to persuasion.
It's safe. For the most part.
What's your
Then you gotta
persuasion?
persuade.
See, I knew
Is
he
that
wasn't
mine?
stupid. He knows what he's doing.
No, it's his persuasion.
Believe in you all along. That's a lie. I'm sorry.
You have a inspiration.
Yeah, that's great.
You have inspiration personally, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Two. It's not gonna do nothing.
It's still in the 20s.
Oh, yeah, I guess
Yeah, it's not any worse than a 10.
Yeah, it can't. Maybe less than 10.
There.
11.
Yeah, still take it.
So that is a total of 22. Thalner stands up slowly because I imagine Trenton and Thalner are kind of standing or sitting between them, but off to the side so they can have this interaction. He stands up briefly, clasps his hands together, and addresses both of them. Look, we have been hot on the trail of a massive, timeline-altering cataclysm. What's going on in Drakehaven, what's going on in the Shimmering Fang, in Port Galeon, and all across this continent has ramped up at an alarming rate in just the past couple of months, and we have all been victims of it. We can't sit here with knives at each other's throats because of the damage that we've been dealt. We need to direct that anger and rage at the actual cause of it. Big Blue was both of your enemy, but there's more behind the scenes. There are more of these chromatic dragons doing just as much damage to our loved ones and our cities and our continent, and we can do something about it. If we don't just sit here and stab each other until one is left standing.
With that, and a 22. Elena leans back in the wicker chair that she's in here at Creek. Are you looking at her?
Yeah.
It's at a 10. You don't have line of sight.
Okay. What about a toe?
She leans back and she looks between you
Damn
guys.
safe spaces. Damn it.
I have an opinion that I've been graciously allowed by my captain to express. However, you, outsider here, what's your name?
Jolene.
Jolene, that's what I thought. I'm Elaine, or Lana.
Emily.
What is your involvement in all of this? How is it that this crew has come together, and why are you here? What is your what is your opinion about this tent talk? Welcome to our tent talk.
Thank you for coming to my tent
Ghislaine is my home, and I need to save it. They're here to help me. I'm just a neutral party here to facilitate.
You heard the story. What would you do in my shoes?
I've done everything to save the one I love. It didn't work out for me, but it sounds like it didn't work for you either. I would do whatever it takes to avenge him, but there's nothing I can do. Sounds like there's not a whole lot you can do either.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oof.
Do you have a lucky?
I do not.
They rolled a nat 1, by the way.
Yes, I rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
With persuasion, it's a 4.
Okay. She looks at you, and towards the end of the sentence, rudely albeit, switches her gaze over to Leon. We're going to pretend Josh is Leon here.
Yeah, that helps, yeah.
Switches her gaze over to Leon. I will abide by my captain's rules. I do not forgive you. I will not forget. Maybe in time we can become close as teammates. But know this. One day I will kill you.
Cool, bring it.
That is a Leon answer if I've ever heard it.
Epic one we went after the campaign.
He says that and he stands up. All right, so we're going now. Or, we done here? Fucking asshole. She steps up, gets out of the tent. You guys all kind of follow. You guys are seeing her walk towards the ship.
You and me are left in the tent.
You hear Roscoe cheering through the sending stones.
They come out of the tent.
Leave that on?
Nothing.
Oh, I forgot I had that.
So embarrassing.
At least now we don't have to relay that entire experience.
It's getting kind of hot in there, guys.
That's true.
You guys see
Say
Leon.
anything, and I will literally explode your eyeballs with music. Try me.
That sounds fucking right.
Cool, bring it.
As the procession begins to leave the tent, you guys have barely noticed because it's been coming from the southeast. Storm clouds rolling in, and as rain begins dripping down, you hear far off in the sky, hidden behind the clouds. That's why we're going to end our session.
Dang it. Oh. The Sun Eater cliffhanger, a classic.
Everyone to the safe space.
Yeah.
We can't come in here, so this is safe space. My acid can.
Oh god.
Check your attitude at the flaps, okay?
I have the talking stick.
I am the talking stick. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Scales of Fate. Rather emotionally charged one.
Lots of diplomacy.
Yes, lots of diplomacy, lots of tension, lots of
Tension.
I hate you.
They're related.
I couldn't tell. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed watching the show.
Looking in the mirror.
We will see you guys on another Monday here pretty soon. Did someone at the table said they had something coming up this month on a Monday?
I forgot. We'll figure it out.
I work on the 29th.
29. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. Okay, so we will see you guys next Monday on Scales of Fate, and I hope you guys have a lovely evening.